What's going on, YouTube? Forever One Ghost here, bringing you another anime review for you guys today. And the anime that you guys selected was Say I Love You. It's a great anime. I like it. It was one of my favorites. Obviously, a lot of you guys have seen it, and if you haven't, definitely recommend you watch it. It's a great show. But anyway, let's get to the review. Today, I'm going to give you my opinion, my thoughts, and pretty much my overall rating on the show. So I'm going to give you a little bit of a backstory for her, Tachibana to the left, and the male protagonist to the right, which is Yamato Kurosawa. Hopefully I pronounced that correctly, and if I didn't, I apologize. Anyway, let's get to it. So as a child, Tachibana was very antisocial. She wasn't very talkative. She couldn't trust many people. But one day, she had overfed a rabbit, which led to the rabbit dying. And everyone was very heartfelt, very sad. But she wasn't crying, and she wasn't making much emotion for it. So everyone started calling her weird and started calling her heartless. Very mean and nasty things to her. So I figured that's what caused her not to trust anyone. But one day, she upped and up, just letting any friends, not having a boyfriend, nothing. She just stood away from the world. Nobody, nothing, not even the scent of a talk conversation with anybody. So that's how she lived most of her life in high school. Until one day, she was walking up the stairs, and she then roundhouse kicks the guy to the right, which if you guys can see my finger right there, Yamato to the right. She roundhouse kicks him in the hand and just starts insulting the crap out of him because of what his friend did to her by looking up her skirt. If you guys have seen this show, that's how she met him and then met her friend that was being a total tool. His friend, at least. Anyway, back to the story here. So that's how they both met. And apparently he was super interested in her because he looked at her like he just met the love of his life. And that's how it all began from then on. So honestly, when I saw this show, I was very, very intrigued by the story. Obviously, the characters were very awesome, very well told. Some of them had their own little backstory of how they had met Yamato at one point as kids or as teenagers or even when they were in middle school. Some of them all had their stories of how they met him, how he was kind to them, had helped them with their problems as always. And he was a very popular guy in school, obviously, as he was with everyone in high school today when he was in the show. He was very loved, very liked. Everyone respected him. All the girls liked him, obviously. But I figured he was going to be a tool in the show because obviously any cool guy in a show like this would end up acting like that. But he wasn't. So I was very surprised to see that because in a lot of shows like this, it tends to act. Back to the story here once again. Honestly, this is a great show. If you haven't seen it, I recommend you watch it again. I said this in the beginning because I have seen this, and it's a very well told story, as I mentioned before. Now, as a rating, I will give this a 9 out of 10 because it's a very good story. Makes sense, has great scenarios, has a great plot story, has many great initial points in the show which everyone and anyone can understand. So, and another great place for this anime in a top 10 or top 5 review, where would I put this? Definitely a top 10 show. Very, very good show, honestly. It's not like a top 5, obviously, but it's a great show to put as a top 10. Because to really replace my top 5, it's very hard. I always change them up every day. It's weird. Every time I watch a new anime, I watch a new series, it tends to become a very bitter pissing contest with which shows I want to keep up and which ones I don't. But anyway, if you guys haven't seen this or have not seen it, I recommend you watch it on Viewster, Crunchyroll, wherever you can find this show. I recommend 100% to watch it. And as I mentioned before, if you guys have seen it, then you guys understand the show. But anyway, that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed my review. Hopefully you slap a like. Maybe you guys can see more reviews like this on my channel at Forever One Ghost. And on my Twitter, if you guys want to ask me anything, or on Instagram as well, everything is at Forever One Ghost. And if, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and have an amazing rest of the week. Keep watching anime and have fun, guys.